my wife, Jackie, and I, she's sitting right over here. She wanted to sit in on this. He said hi.
Let me see her. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Travis, you got two babies with a 19-year-old. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I got away with it, man.
Great to meet you.
All right.
So we're starting a new podcast called Figuring It Out. And it's basically kind of our journey from growing up in a super strict kind of religious bubble to kind of creating values and morals that we want to build our family on. And we're calling it Figuring It Out because obviously we haven't figured it out, but we just want to kind of bring people along the journey and help people understand that it's a constant journey. It's something that happens throughout life, and you're not probably ever going to figure it out, but the whole journey kind of comes together in that. So my question for you on that is, what are some things that you've done or that you'd recommend people doing for them to be able to figure out a strong set of values for them to live their lives by?
So when it comes to man versus woman, man has three jobs: PPL, protect, provide, and love. When it comes to marriage, you all have to realize that certain things will happen, right? You're going to have a disagreement or argument. You can't let that pester on, right? Sometimes as a man, you just have to say, okay. And sometimes as a woman, you just have to have, okay. So you have to have rules. Like me and my wife had a rule. If we argue on Thursday, just leave it on Thursday. And then you have to realize that sometimes you will agree to disagree. Like she thinks, don't teach him how to catch baseball today. And you're like, no, I want him to learn how to play baseball. And you just argue. And then, argue leads to fighting, and fighting leads to, y'all don't need that. Family is something that we need to keep together. The divorce rate is way too high. I think it's up in the 80s. And you don't want that. You don't want to have to come visit your wife and your babies because of little stupid constant argument. So develop rules. Another one of my rules is if we couldn't figure it out, we'd have to have a love session. We just, you know what I mean? We just, all right, you said, I said, you said, now let's just have a date night and let's just start all over. Your rules of how you raise your family are your rules. Whatever that is. But as a man, when it comes to family and women, PPL, protect, provide, and love. Most men can give you 2 out of 3. But you look like a man that can give 3 out of 3. You're doing a podcast with your wife. She's very gorgeous. I can tell you love her. You got 2 babies. So just remember those things. Protect, provide, and love. And just say okay. Just say okay sometimes. Because women are special beings. They're emotional. They're sensitive. 97% of the time, they're all right. So before you snap back at her, just stop time and be like, you know what? She's right. Maybe I was a little too hard on Junior. I'll soften up. You're right, honey. Love you. And then let it go.